So remember yesterday we have seen very basics of cloud computing, and we know what is a server, we know what is a virtual server, and we know what is a concept of cloud computing, right? So let us do small revision again and let us go to the new topics for today. Okay, before we see any new topic, let me just tell you one thing. There are no pre-requirements to learn cloud computing actually. Means, there is no need to have proper knowledge of cloud, or there is no need to have some, programming language or coding language and all those things. If you are a fresher, if you know how to use internet and how to use computers, you can easily learn cloud computing. So there is no pre-requirement to learn cloud computing. But having said that, if you have some knowledge of servers, something about computer networks, then it is added advantage. If you know the complete administration, then it is great for you. But at least you should know some servers like Windows and Linux servers, and you should know some concept of computer networks like IP addressing, okay, router, security. These are some of the concepts you should know. But if someone is here who is not having any knowledge of servers or any knowledge of networks, we will see all the basics that are needed for us to understand and to learn cloud computing. Got it? So if I say there are no pre-requirements, that is correct. But still, if you know some servers and networks, if you know something about servers and something about computer networks, then it is added advantage. Okay, fine. What we did yesterday? We tried to understand like how a computer network or how a server is working actually, right? Okay, so let me just go to the yesterday's session. Yeah, this was the scenario. Yesterday we have seen a server is a hardware machine that has a server operating system, and on top of the server operating system, applications are running. This is what a server is all about. Server is a physical machine that has a server operating system, and on top of the server operating system, applications are running. So we have to spend money on server hardware. Company have to spend money on server operating system, as well as they have to spend money on application. So this is a very costly business. Company have to buy server, physical servers, then they have to take this server operating system, whether from Windows or Linux, whatever, then whatever application they are running, maybe it is a web application, mail application, or any sort of application, that application is running on this particular operating system. So this is one way of hosting our applications or hosting our services over a network. Done. Now the other way is, instead of taking a one physical machine to run only one application, we can go with a concept called virtualization, right? So what is this virtualization concept? Virtualization is a concept where by taking one physical machine, we can run multiple applications. Okay, let me just put in this way. Virtualization is a concept where by taking one physical machine, we can install multiple operating systems. And if you're installing multiple operating systems, that means you can run multiple applications on a single physical machine. That is the advantage we have in the virtual setup. Physical setup, if you're running 70 applications in a company, if you need 70 applications, then how many servers you need? You need totally 70 servers here. In case if you're running 700 applications, that means you need totally 700 applications. That is the concept of one physical server and one application. How many applications are there? How many services are there? That many hardware machines we need. But coming to virtualization, if you are running 70 applications in your company, instead of taking 70 physical servers, we can take 2 or 3 physical servers. And on these 2 or 3 physical servers, we can run all the 70 applications. Done. Or in case if you're running 700 applications, big company, there are many applications there, there are many services there. So in case if there are 700 services or 700 applications in your company, then maybe we can go with like 20 to 30 servers. Instead of taking 700 servers, how many servers we are taking now? We are taking 20, 25, or maybe like 12 servers or 15 servers. So what is the advantage in virtualization? We can take one physical machine and we can run multiple operating systems on that single physical machine. So in case if you want to run 700 applications, let us say we have taken totally 30 servers. Still, it is a good business, right? 700 applications we are running on 30 physical machines. In these 30 physical machines, we have created many virtual machines. This is one virtual machine. This is one virtual machine. So like this, we can create multiple virtual machines on a single physical server. We can create multiple virtual machines in a single physical server, and we can run all the applications in that virtual machine, or one virtual machine, one application. So within a physical server, if you have created 30 virtual machines, we can run 30 applications. Or if you are creating 200 virtual machines, we can run 200 applications. That is the advantage we have in virtualization. So one is a completely physical setup, another one is a virtual setup. So we are saving a lot of money. So instead of taking 100 servers, let us go back to yesterday's example. Instead of taking 100 physical servers, now we have, let us say, 4 physical server. So we have already saved money for nearly 95, 96 servers. So that is some money. Now, with this virtualization, like I said you, the concept of cloud computing came. Cloud computing is also virtualization only. But the difference between the virtualization and the cloud computing is this virtualization concept we will implement within our data center. These 4 physical servers are there within our company. I repeat, these 4 physical servers are there within our company. We are the one who should take these 4 physical servers. Then there is a software here called Hypervisor. Take this Hypervisor software, install the Hypervisor software, then create a virtual machine here, then install the operating system in that virtual machine, then run your application. So everything is done by us within our company. Got it? So still we have to take 4 physical machines and install the operating systems, install the applications, maintain the hardware. We have to do each and everything. Now, how cloud computing is helping us? What cloud computing will do, or what is there in cloud computing? In cloud computing, instead of taking these 4 physical servers also. Now forget about these 100 servers. This is completely outdated. That setup is outdated. Taking 100 servers or 300 servers or 200 servers, and in each server you're running only one application. That particular network is outdated. No one is using that network now. Or against the 95% cases, we are not using that sort of network anyway. Okay, but still there are many companies which are using this virtualization setup. So what they have done in this virtualization setup, they brought 4 servers. Now, in cloud computing, there is no need for us to take these 4 physical servers at our location. In cloud computing, there is no need for us to take these 4 physical servers. So where are the physical servers located? Physical servers are located at some other place. Physical servers are located at a data center. Now, who is managing and controlling the data center? The cloud provider is managing and controlling the data center. Who is connecting servers in the data center? The cloud provider is connecting the servers. Who is upgrading the servers? That is your server hardware. The cloud provider is upgrading the server. Who is adding new servers? The cloud provider is adding new servers. So everything is done by the cloud provider only. What we have to do over the cloud computing is we just need to connect to the data center which is available at Amazon, maybe at Microsoft, maybe at Google, or any XYZ place. We just need to connect to them, and we need to create a virtual machine. Technically, it is called virtual machine, or maybe we can call it as EC2. There are different terminologies here, but I'm using virtual machine for today because it will be easy for you to understand. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to connect to that data center and we have to create a virtual machine. Now, when you're creating a virtual machine there, it will ask you which operating system you need. Okay, let me just show you here. I will access my Amazon account. In coming classes, I will show you how to create an account and what other options we have here. All these things we will see in other incoming classes. So as of now, this is the account I have. Okay. Z8 or I think this is Y5Q, right? HHN. Yeah, fine. Okay, so I have just connected to one of the data center. This is in North Virginia. So what I can do, I can just go to this EC2 option here. I can say launch instance. Launch instance means I'm creating a server here. Already physical servers are there at that particular data center. In that data center, on that physical server, I'm creating my virtual server. So let us say my web server. This is the name. And here you can see Ubuntu, Microsoft, Red Hat, SUSE, or we can go with like AWS, Linux, whatever operating systems are available in market, each and every operating system will be available here. So we can select any one of the operating system, whatever we need, that operating system will be available here. So I'll go with this Ubuntu. In this Ubuntu, there are many ifs and buts here. We will see all these options in coming classes. But as of now, I'll just select the Ubuntu operating system. And there are many options available here. There is something called key pair and all those things. Okay, so there are some network settings here. We will see again. It will take around 1 week or 10 days actually to learn all these options here. So I need only one virtual machine here. I'll just say launch instance here. That's it. Can you see here? Successfully launch the instance. If I go to this view instances, Alkesh, you're not able to hear my voice. Can you hear my voice, friends? Can you just confirm me in the chat box? Is it only with Alkesh or is it with everyone? There is no problem. Yeah. So Sai Kiran can hear. So yeah. Thank you. Okay, so maybe there is some problem with things. I just send a message to him anyhow. Okay, fine. So see here what I have done. I have just created a server and can you see my server is running here? My web server is running. Means I have not configured the web server there, but just now I have simply launched a server there. Can you see how much time it took? It took maximum 30 seconds for me to launch a server there. Now see, I'll just select this server. I'll click on connect here. Something. I'm doing something here. No need to worry what I'm doing here as of now. You know, if you have any basic idea of Linux, you can see clearly I am connected to Linux server now. Ubuntu is one of the Linux flavors. So I have just connected to Linux server. Now this is a server which is running on a Amazon data center, which is somewhere in North Virginia. You know, where is North Virginia? It is in USA. I am sitting in India, in Hyderabad. From here, within like 30 seconds or 50 seconds, I have created a server and my server is ready for me. There is no need to bring a physical machine. There is no need to install the operating system. Everything is done here. So within 30 seconds or 50 seconds, my server is ready and I can use this server for my purpose. Done. And suppose if there is no need for this server, I can just click on this server. I can go to instance settings and I can say terminate instance. Means I am deleting this particular virtual machine. Successfully terminated. Terminated means permanently deleted. So say within 2 minutes, I have created a server, then I have deleted the server. This is cloud computing now. So in this setup, in this physical setup, we have to bring all the 100 servers. In this virtualization setup, we need to bring at least 4 physical servers, right? At least we need to bring 4 physical servers, and then we need to do all the installations and configurations. But over the cloud, within like 30 to 40 seconds, we can start using a server. We can launch a server anywhere and we can start working on that server. And within next 2 to 3 minutes, I can create a web server, and that web server you can access from your computer. Okay, that we will see in coming classes in more details, but just for your knowledge purpose, I'm saying within like next 5 minutes, maybe I can launch a web server, and maybe someone is sitting somewhere in Mumbai, someone is sitting maybe in Chennai, someone is sitting somewhere in Hyderabad. So you all people can connect to that web server from your location. This is the advantage of cloud computing. We are not worried about the data centers. We are not worried about the physical servers. We are only worried about our application. So within some steps, we can launch our server, and within some steps, we can delete the server if it is not needed. Now see here, such a easy concept is this. You can see here clearly, it shows terminated. That means my machine is terminated permanently. So they will not charge any money to me now. I was using it, now I have terminated it. That's it. So whether it is Windows servers or Linux servers or any other operating system like Mac or any other operating system, each and every server we can launch at some other data center, and that some other data center is your cloud provider. So right now I am connected to Amazon. This is the cloud provider. This is one of the cloud provider. Like Microsoft is also there, Google is also there, Oracle is also there. So if you want to create a virtual server over the Microsoft data center or Google data center, then we should create an account in Microsoft. We should create an account in Google. So as of now, I'm using Amazon services. So I can create this server there. I can delete this server there. I can manage this server there. I can do everything there. So this is the concept of cloud computing. Okay, fine. I got some questions here actually. Shubham, okay. You are currently working as a manual tester. Exactly, Shubham. If you want to shift your career from some other thing to like cloud and DevOps, this is the first course that you have to do. You're at the right place. Actually, this is the first course you have to do. After completing this course, this is cloud computing. Then you can go with DevOps and whatever you want to choose. Okay. And anything else? Any other question here? Okay, there is a question here like, what about maintenance of the server? Maintenance of the server is not under our control. Maintenance of the server is under the control of the service provider. If the servers are there at your location, then you should maintain them. But the servers are not there at our location, right? The servers are there at Amazon data center or Microsoft data center or wherever. So there they will maintain all the physical servers and they will upgrade all the physical servers. So they will do everything. That is not under our control. This is again one of the advantage in cloud computing. There is no headache now. There is no need to maintain all the physical data centers. Got it? Now, so this was the network. Actually, the initial networks are the networks that we are using from many decades now. And you can see one server here. So like this, there will be many more servers available in a company. So it will be like huge data center. Yesterday, I showed you the data center, right? We'll go there again. So this is your virtualization. That is the second option we said. So let me just read out one or two definitions here. See, there are many companies actually that will offer virtualization. I'll just show the company names first. The market leader for virtualization is this VMware. This is a very famous company. Microsoft also provides the virtualization. Oracle also provides the virtualization. Red Hat also provides the virtualization. Citrix is again a very famous company. Why I have written Citrix in different color, that I'll come within like 5-10 minutes. But these are the 5 market leaders that provides you the virtualization technology. Now, Red Hat also provides you cloud. Oracle also provides you cloud. Citrix also provides you cloud. Microsoft, VMware, all these companies, they are offering cloud technology also, as well as they are offering virtualization. But slowly and steadily, all the companies are moving into cloud. Okay, so these are the same companies which are offering virtualization as well as cloud. But coming to Amazon, Amazon company is not providing virtualization. So actually virtualization is there from 1990s or early 2000. It was like become more famous, or late 2000 became again more famous. But cloud computing came after virtualization. So Amazon is not into this virtualization technology. They are using some other companies virtualization technology. Actually, they are using Citrix virtualization. Okay, we'll come to this in more details later. But as of now, these are some of the companies that will offer you the virtualization technology. Okay, now let us see one or two definitions here. What it says, virtualization. VMware says, or let me go with the last one, the IBM. It says, virtualization is a process that allows for more efficient utilization of physical computer hardware. And it is the foundation of cloud computing. It says it is more efficient utilization of physical computers. That means by using one physical machine, we can run multiple operating systems. So obviously we are saving a lot of money. And later on it says it is the foundation of cloud computing. Okay. Now there is a question here. Does VMware also comes under cloud computing? VMware is actually a company. Like Microsoft is a company, Samsung is a company, Google is a company, VMware is a company. They will offer you different services. One of the services they will offer you is virtualization, and the other service they will offer you is a cloud computing. But beside virtualization and cloud computing, there are many more services they will offer you. Got it? So VMware is a company. Virtualization is a technology. VMware is a company. Now, this is the best presentation for your physical setup and the virtual setup. What you see on your left side of your screen is your traditional way of making your computer networks. First is your hardware. You can see clearly there is a hardware here. On top of this hardware, there is an operating system. It can be Windows or Linux. And then it is your application. This is a very old traditional way of installing the server and installing the applications. Okay. But when you see the right side of your screen, you can see clearly there is a hardware. Hardware will be there for sure. But before your operating system, there is one more layer here. This layer is called hypervisor. Remember I told you yesterday, this is a separate software. This is a special software that is designed to run on a physical machine. And what this software will do, it will allow us to install multiple operating systems on a single physical machine. That is your virtualization. So see here, on top of this hypervisor, there is an operating system here and there is application running here. But see how many applications are running? 1, 2, 3. How many hardwares are here? There is only one hardware here. So we can run 3 applications, or even we can run 300 applications on one physical machine. So this concept is your virtualization concept. So this is nearly outdated. This particular setup or this particular way of running applications is nearly outdated, and very soon everyone will stop using this actually, because it is very costly. We need to bring a lot of servers. We need to take many operating system license. So it is very costly. So everyone will go with this. Everyone was going with the virtualization for last 12, 15, 20 years maybe. But now the companies which were using virtualization, these companies are also moving into the cloud. The reason is this particular hardware we need to maintain. This particular hypervisor, there is a license for this. Again, this we need to maintain. So if you don't want to maintain your hardware, or if you don't want to spend more money on your license, then you should remove this setup also. You should go with your cloud setup. Okay, so this is your first way, and that is your second way. Okay, fine. So I hope it is clear, the old traditional network and the virtual setup. Now, One is your server hardware, another one is your virtualization, and the third one is your cloud computing. Virtualization is the base of cloud computing. Now, what is cloud? So what is the definition we can see on Amazon? It says, cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. Listen carefully, please. Instead of buying, owning, and maintaining physical data centers and servers, you can access technology services such as computing power, storage, and database on as needed basis from a cloud provider like Amazon Web Services. So it's such a simple and easy definition. It is simply saying no need to take physical servers, no need to maintain your data center. You just need to come to us. We have all the data centers, we have all the physical servers, whatever physical resources you need, we are ready to provide each and everything to you. So you just come to us, pay some money or whatever you're using, pay that much money and use these services and run your applications. That's it. Okay, now let us go with the Microsoft definition. It also says the same thing. Let me just read out some very important points here. Cloud computing is the delivery of computing services, including servers, storage, database, networking, software, analytic intelligence over the internet. That is the cloud, to offer faster innovations, flexible resources, blah, blah, blah. There is some definition there, right? So it also says the same thing. It says no need to maintain data centers at your location. We have huge data centers. Come to us, use our data centers and run your applications. IBM, it says the same thing. No need to maintain your data centers. Just plug to the infrastructure via internet. You just need an internet connection so that you can connect to the IBM data center and you can run your applications there. Application, the easy example is the web server or a email server or a file server or the applications that you use in your mobile phone. All the applications are available over the internet, right? Citrix, again, a very famous company. Okay. Salesforce, they also offer you the cloud. See here, servers, storage, applications, networking, database, whatever is there in our physical data center, everything we can move into cloud. Everything we can keep at some other data center. So if you're keeping servers, storage, application, networking, database at your location, that means you are spending more money. You're spending, lakhs of dollars or crores of Indian rupees. That is a huge money. So what we can do, instead of spending that much money over the physical infrastructure, we can simply move into cloud and we can keep our servers over the cloud, storage over the cloud, we can run our applications over the cloud, networking will be done over the cloud, the database will be there over the cloud. What else you need? This is what a computer network is all about, right? Servers, storage, application, networking, database. So each and everything we can keep on cloud and we can easily manage each and everything by just having an internet connection. I repeat, we can have a simple internet connection and we can manage each and everything. In most of the cases, if you want to make some changes in the physical server, not most of the cases, in every case, actually, if you want to make some changes in the physical server, you have to go to that physical server to make changes. You have to manage everything. But luckily, this cloud computing, this cloud providers, these people, they will manage everything for us. We just need to go there. We just need to access their resources and we just need to run our applications there. And how much we use, that much we can pay. Or there are some options also, like, we can pay on day one also. Like today, if you're paying for next 1 year, that means you're getting more discount. There are many options available. We will see these options in coming classes, but just a simple example. You can pay after 1 month, or you can pay every month, or you can pay for next 1 year today only. So if you're paying for next 1 year today, the cloud provider will give a lot of discount to you. So there are many options available. So there are many ways in which we can run our application smoothly and the company can save loads and loads of money. This is what cloud computing is all about. Now, the question here is who can learn cloud computing? Like I said you at the starting of our session, any person can learn cloud computing. There are no pre-requirements for cloud computing. There is no need to have some experience on cloud computing to learn some other courses in cloud computing. There is no need for anything. If you are a fresher, you can learn cloud computing. But again, if you know these basic concepts, like, operating systems, Windows Server operating system and Linux Server operating system. Just now I created a Linux machine, and within 30 to 40 seconds, I connected to the Linux machine and I can work on that Linux machine. So you should know at least some commands on Linux machine, how to use it. That we will see. You should know at least some configuration on Windows Server, how to use it, how to configure it. That again we will see. Okay, so Windows Server and Linux Server, whatever is needed to learn cloud computing, all the things I have added in this curriculum. Now coming to networking, IP addressing is one of the most important concepts we have in computer networks. If you're related to computer networks in any way, maybe through server administration, maybe someone is an ethical hacker, maybe someone is working as a security admin, maybe someone is on virtualization or cloud computing or DevOps or whatever. If you're related or if you're connected to networking field in any way, the concept of IP addressing and subnetting is one of the most important concepts for you. This one. And it will take around, 3 to 4 classes for me to complete IP addressing and subnetting. I will just try to put as much as possible in these classes about IP addressing and subnetting. So this comes under networking. So we should know what is a public network. We should know what is a private network. There is something called protocol. There is something called port number. There is something called HTTP. There is something called HTTPS, SSH, RDP, TCP, UDP. Like there are many protocols and there are many port numbers available. There are many topics in our cloud computing that we simply cannot understand without getting the knowledge of protocols and port numbers. Security. Yesterday, there was like many people were asking about security. How is the security there? Security is there in our cloud computing. There is a concept called security groups and many other concepts are there where we can provide security. But one of the easy way of providing security is by using protocols and port numbers. So if you want to understand the concept of security, you should understand the concept of protocols and port numbers. So this I have added from my side. And there is a concept called routing, firewall, and network address translation. So we will see this networking concepts so that we can understand many other concepts in cloud computing very well. I have met many people in last couple of years actually. They came to me and they say like there is a topic in cloud computing that is called VPC. One of the most important topic. Actually, we have totally 5 modules. This is one of the module, VPC. And they came to me and they said they have many doubts in VPC. They have not understood many things in VPC. What was my question? My question was, do you know IP addressing and subnetting? And they say no. My question was, do you know something about protocol and port numbers? And they say no. Because without getting this knowledge, IP addressing, protocols, and all those things, you simply cannot understand this VPC topic. Okay, there is one more very important topic we have in our AWS course that is called EC2. VPC and EC2 are the 2 most important topics. It will take nearly 20 days for me to cover VPC and EC2 actually. So these are such a huge topics. So many people have doubts in EC2. Maybe they can create the EC2, but they cannot access and they cannot do anything on that EC2. What is the reason? They don't have any knowledge of Linux servers or they don't have any knowledge of Windows servers. So whatever is needed from Linux and from Windows, we will cover those things. Then we will go into this EC2. So like this, the course is designed actually. And overall, if you want to understand the overall concept of cloud computing, then you should know this VMware concept. Again, there is one more thing actually that is called storage. That is again a very important part of our learning. Okay, so storage is also there. So there also I'll take you through the storage services, types of storages and all those things. So before we start any major topic, there are certain basics we need to learn. Without understanding these basics, it will not be easy for you to understand the main topics. Okay, so this course is designed in such a way that we are covering the concepts that are there in AWS. But again, before those concepts, we need to see the concepts which are related to those concepts, like operating system, networking concepts, virtualization, and something about storage. I'm not saying like first we will finish operating system, then networking, then virtualization. No. Whenever there is a topic, then we can see that this particular thing. Like for example, we are launching a server. We are creating a web server. So when we create a web server, before we create a web server or while creating a web server, we can see Linux servers. Okay. Now suppose I am creating a web server and I'm asking you to access the web server from your computer. That means you should know the IP address concept there. So whenever there is a topic, then we can go and we can see, we can learn all these things actually. We are not covering complete Linux, Aditya. Linux is a different course. Hopefully next month I will start the Linux administration also. But Linux is a different course. If you want to learn complete Linux administration, it will take 35 days only for Linux. So like I said, you whatever is needed in AWS, those things we will cover in this Linux administration or Linux. Not everything. Okay. No issues. If you are zero with Linux, you can come to my Linux classes. Hopefully you can learn many things in Linux there. But if you are zero also, no need to worry. We can simply learn whatever is needed for us. I'll show you all the commands clearly. Okay, there is a question here like what exactly is Linux administration? Linux administration means, you know, hosting a web server that comes under Linux administration. Hosting a web server that comes under Windows administration. So I will show you how to host a web server in Linux. But you know, beside hosting a web server, there are certain servers like file server. There is a server called mail server. There is a server called DNS server. There is a server called DHCP server. So when you go with Linux administration, you are learning about servers. In AWS, we are launching servers. But who will work inside the server? A Windows administrator or a Linux administrator will work inside the server. Got it? So Linux server and Windows server are the courses related to server administration. There you are learning how to configure and manage different servers. Like I said, you email server, web server, file server. There is something called Active Directory server, DNS server, DHCP server. All these servers will be there in that Windows or Linux. Okay, will it completely cover Linux from scratch? Of course. See, when you go with the Linux administration course, we'll start from the very basics. We will see from where Linux came. Okay, how to install the Linux, what are the different versions available. Then the most basic commands, like how to set the date and time, how to set the IP address, how to create a file, how to create a folder. From there till the administration, we will complete in Linux. But this session is not for Linux, right? But what I'm saying, whenever you come for the Linux administration, there we will cover everything, whatever is our course curriculum. We'll start from the very basics. We'll start from the scratch and we'll go up to the administration part. But again, in this AWS course, we will see whatever is needed for us, whatever is needed from Linux and whatever is needed from Windows. That is what we will see here. Okay. Now, one more thing, if there are any freshers today, means if there is anyone who joined for today, you know, yesterday we have done some very basic things. Actually, whatever we have done yesterday, I have already revised each and everything here. But still, if you want to go and watch yesterday's recorded class, the recorded class will be available here. I'm just sharing the link with you. So you can just go, you can click on this link and you can go through the yesterday's class there. And today class is also recorded and today class will be uploaded like within like 2 hours or maybe like early morning tomorrow. Today class is also uploaded. Starting 2-3 classes will be uploaded on YouTube. After 2-3 classes, each and every class will be shared with the person who has already registered for this course. The classes will be there on weekdays, Aditya. I'm not sure Saturday. Let us say Saturday. We can plan maybe some Saturdays. But at least Monday to Friday classes will be there. 5 days a week. Okay, so I hope you understood this. So let us go and see some other things from cloud. Let us go with the exam first, then we'll go with the syllabus. You know, whenever you go for any course, like the courses are related to, let's say, cloud computing, or courses are related to DevOps, or courses are related to server administration, or networks and whatever. Online certification in most of the cases is an added advantage. I'm not saying it is mandatory for everyone, but I'm saying in most of the cases it is an added advantage. But there are certain places where it is mandatory. Maybe like if someone is planning to go to Gulf, somewhere like Dubai or Saudi, somewhere there the online certifications are nearly mandatory. But in a country like India, maybe certification is not mandatory in every case. But if you have the certification, then it is well and good. So when you go with this online certification of any course, let us go with our AWS course. If you want to go with this online certification, then how we can write this online certification? Where we can write this exam? See, we are providing training here. We are not offering the examination. So if you want to write your exam, we have to go to Pearson VUE. These are the centers. These are the people who will conduct your exams. Pearson VUE. Let me just show you. I'm in a city like Hyderabad. Let me show you in Hyderabad. How many centers are there? There are many centers actually in a city like Hyderabad. Okay, so you can go to this Pearson VUE. You can just search there, Pearson VUE near me, whatever you can search. You should go there, and there you can write your exam. You just need to take your ID proof, photo ID proof, like your passport or driving license or whatever. So take your photo ID proof and go and register your exam there. Register, pay the fees and say like, okay, on this particular day, I'm planning to write the exam. So whatever exam or whichever exam you're writing, so they will take your exam code and they will register a slot for you on that particular day. So you should go on that day and you should write your exam. Yeah, the exam is online only, but what you're asking here is, can you write the exam from your home? Yeah, at least, for last 2 years, due to this COVID restrictions and all those things, this Pearson VUE people, they are allowing you to write the exam from your home. I'm not sure the option is still available because, COVID restrictions are not so strict as of now. So maybe they will ask you to come to that center. They have the computers there. So you have to sit on their computers and you have to write the exam. But if they are allowing you to write the exam from your home, that also you can do. Okay. So we have to go to this Pearson VUE center and we should register the examination there. So like the date and time, on the date and time, you should go and you should attempt the exam. Now, what about the examination pattern? How it will be designed? In examination, you will get totally 60 to 70 questions, or in between 60 to 70 questions. It can be 72, 73 also. It can be 53, 54 also. It depends. Approximately, you will get this many questions. Okay. And all the questions are multiple choice questions. Multiple choice questions are much more easier, right? Okay, so these are multiple choice questions. So total marks will be 1000 and the passing mark is 720. Once you get 720, you are a architect certified person. So whatever, you should get this much marks. 720 or above. If you get 1000 also, there is no problem. If you get 720 also, there is no problem. On your certificate, the marks will not be written. Only the candidate name will be there, as well as there is one ID associated with your certification. So that certificate ID will be there on that certificate. That's it. So there will not be any marks written anywhere. So if you are AWS practitioner certified or a architect certified or whatever, that particular name will be written on the certificate. Your name and the examination name. Simple. Questions are multiple choice questions. Totally 60 to 70 questions may come in your examination. Total marks will be 1000. And out of 1000, you should get how much marks? You should get minimum 720 marks to pass your exam. Now, is it easy to write exam? We know way to write exam and we know how the examination pattern will be there. But is it easy to write exam? You know, today's 10th of May. I can say before 28th May, you can pass your exam. 20th May, maybe we are into like only first module actually. We will not complete our course within 10 days for sure. But I am saying before you complete your course, within like next 8 days, 10 days or 15 days, you can simply pass your exam. How that is possible? You know, whenever you're writing any online exam, there is something called dumps we have to take. Without taking dumps or without preparing dumps, simply you cannot write your exams, or you should not write your exams. I repeat, without taking dumps or without preparing dumps, we should not write the exams. Okay, there is a question here like, can we write the exam at any time or anytime, any weekdays? Maybe Sunday it will be off, but any weekdays you can write your exam. There is no particular day or particular time. Working hours will be there, right? Suppose you are in India, morning 10 o'clock till evening like 6 o'clock, maybe the working hours. So you should go to that working hours. Then you should write your exam. That's it. Okay. By attending these classes, can we attempt sysops, DevOps exams? See, that is what I'm trying to explain you. There are two different things actually. Let us try to see everything in very clear here. Just listen what I'm trying to say here. Exam is something, and you know, learning and working is something. We should not mix both. They are completely different things. I repeat again, exam is a different thing. Working or learning or getting the knowledge is a different thing. Why it is so? So when you learn something, you're learning according to scenarios, you're learning according to the company's requirement, you're learning the configurations, you're learning some scenarios and all those things. That is what you are learning. You're preparing yourself for interviews, you're preparing yourself to work as an admin in so and so or XYZ company. So this is what you should learn. But you know, in exam, they may ask you a question that is a scenario based question. You know, actually, who should go for this examination? These examinations are for those people who already have working experience. I'm not saying only for AWS. I'm talking about all the other technologies. Like suppose you're planning to go for CCNA exam. That is a very famous exam in the networking field. You know, as a fresher, Cisco is not recommending you to write the CCNA exam. Cisco says, complete your graduation, then go with the course, get a job, get some experience, get some working experience, and then go for the examination. So each and every examination is not for fresher actually. First, you should get a job, you should get some experience of like 12 to like 18 months, then you should go with the examination. But you know, companies will not accept this. The companies where we are applying for job, maybe they will not accept. They will say, we need certificate. The companies will take our certificate for their advantage. There is a big story there, whatever, but the companies will take our certificate for their advantage. So companies will look for a candidate who is a certified person. Most of the companies, if not all. So without the knowledge, without the working experience, how can I solve each and every question? Like I said, you 60 to 70 questions are there, but out of 60 to 70 questions, maybe 40 to 45 questions are scenario based questions. So it is not possible for you to understand scenario based questions. So what we have to do, we have to take these dumps. In these dumps, you know what we'll have? We can have around 400 questions in these dumps, 400 questions and answers. Please listen carefully. In these dumps, we have totally 400 questions and answers. These 400 questions and answers will be like scenario based questions and answers. Some will be like related to some configuration. Some questions will be related to some commands and all those things. So take this 400 questions and answer, prepare the questions and answer. Try to understand each and every question, try to understand each and every answer. You know, when you prepare these 400 questions and answers from dumps, you're equal to a person who is having 3 years of working experience. You will get that much knowledge in dumps actually. I repeat, if you are preparing this 400 or 500 questions, you're equal to a person who is having 2 to 3 years of working experience. Okay, now that is one advantage, but the other advantage here is once you prepare these 400 dumps, 400 questions from these dumps, and when you go to the exam, how many questions will come in this exam? 60 to 70 questions will come in this exam, right? All the 60 to 70 questions will come from this 400 questions. These are dumps. I repeat, all these 400 questions will, all these 60 to 70 questions will come from this 400 questions. There can be 400 questions in dumps, there can be 300 questions, there can be 500 questions, it depends. Without taking dumps, wherever you do codes, how many books you may read, how much practical you may do, you will not pass the exam for sure. Because in exam, you are having only 120 minutes, 130 minutes, 2 hours. 2 hours are not sufficient for you to solve 60 to 70 questions. Maybe there is a question, it may take 30 to 40 minutes for you to understand the question and then solve the question. But you are having only 120 minutes, right? So can we just, solve all the 60, 70 questions? Can we attempt all the 60, 70 questions? No. Got it? That's the way we need to take. Okay, there is a question. Do you provide the dumps? No. If you want to take dumps, we have to go to exam collection. This is a website. There are some more websites actually, but this is one of the website. It will provide you the dumps. Okay, I'll just come to the other question within like 2 minutes. So let me just show you this. This is Microsoft. Microsoft people, they will offer you many exams. So all these are the different exams they are offering. Security fundamentals, network fundamentals, Windows Server administration fundamentals. So there are many different exams. Azure. Yesterday someone was saying here, right? They have completed Microsoft Azure. That person has already A1 AI 900 certified person. Okay, so Azure is a cloud provided by Microsoft. Okay, so they have different certifications here. So coming to our Amazon here, just click on this Amazon and see they are offering you different certifications here. This is the certification that you should go for. AWS Certified Solution Architect Associate. SAAA C02 is the examination code and see 99.96% pass rate is there. Okay, there are questions are too many actually. 750 questions are there. 750 questions and you should pay around $70 for this dumps. And see there is a example here. This is one question and can you see multiple choice questions here? Another question again, multiple choice questions. So it will be like this. Exactly, the dumps are for every exam. The dumps that you see as of now, this dumps is for this exam, SAA C02. This is the AWS Certified Solution Architect exam. So for this exam, you should go with these terms. Like I said, for every exam, there is a different code. For each and every exam, there is a different code. So you should know your code and you should attempt that exam. Now, there is one more question here. If you prepare dumps, there is a chance of forgetting. See, in dumps, you can prepare dumps. Suppose you are having, say 500 questions. In a day, how many questions you can prepare? Let us say 50 questions. So next 10 days, you can prepare all the 500 questions. Then again, take 5 more days and revise each and every question again. Then again, take 5 more days. So revise each and every question again. So within next 20 days, you have revised everything for 3 to 4 times. After 20 days, go for exam. The dumps will be valid for 1 month. So 1 month is more than enough for any person to memorize or to understand whatever you do. 1 month is more than enough for you to go through all the questions in dumps and then go for the examination. Okay. This is the way you can write your online exam. Any online exam, not only like Amazon, for most of the things, you can go with this way. I just showed you all the companies, Microsoft, Cisco, Amazon, VMware, HP, Citrix, Google, Juniper. These are very, very big companies and you can go and search all the other companies here. Okay, so this is one of the website. I'm not saying you should go and take from exam collection only, but this is a very famous website. Beside this, there are many more websites available that will offer you. But this will, they are saying 99.6% pass rate. That is huge. 99.6 is a very, high ratio, right? Passing ratio. So you can just believe these people, you can just pay the money, take the dumps and you can prepare the dumps. Whatever exams I have done in my career, whether it's from Microsoft or Cisco or any other technology. Without preparing dumps, I have not attempted any exam. That is literally not possible, like I said. Why? Because the questions will be scenario-based questions. It will take a lot of time for us to understand the question, then answer the question. So this is the best way of writing the examination, any examination. Okay, a course like CCNA, there are only 275 questions here actually. That's much better. Exam fees is, good question, $150. That is the examination fees. And in case if you fail the exam, there is a chance you can fail the exam. If you prepare dumps very well, still, once you sit in the examination hall or on the computer, you may panic, you may fail the exam. So if you fail the exam, again, you have to pay $150 and again, you have to reattempt the exam. Okay, so Pearson View is the center where you should write your exam. Every major city has a Pearson View centers, city like Hyderabad, Chennai, Bangalore, Mumbai, Pune. I'm just, counting the South Indian cities. So everywhere you can, anywhere you can go and you can attempt the exam. A city like Hyderabad, there are many Pearson View centers. Audit 60 to 70 questions and multiple choice questions. And out of this, you should get 720 to pass. Got it, friends? So this is what, again, some of the basics of our cloud computing. So I hope you understood. I hope you are feeling much better now about cloud computing. I hope you got the proper idea of cloud computing. What exactly is there in cloud and what we are going to learn in cloud and all those things. And who can learn this cloud computing? Any person can learn the cloud computing. But if you know these basics, it will be added advantage for you. It will be great for you. So we'll be covering all the bases. Okay, I should not say in this way. I am supposed to say, if you know the Linux administration, the complete administration, that is added advantage. That is added advantage. But basics, you must know the basics actually. Because, just now I access the Linux server, you saw that, but I will create a web server there. So I will show you how to create a web server there. I will give all the commands. So at least you can execute those commands and you can see the output there. So that much you should learn. All these things we will cover, whatever is needed for us. Those things we will cover in our course. Okay. Okay, Alkesh, I'll come to this question after like a couple of days, like how to create the Amazon account. I'll come to this question in more details. It will take at least half an hour to 40 minutes for me to explain you how to create the account and all those things. So no need to worry as of now, because we are not doing any practicals now, right? So after 2-3 days, hopefully I'll show you how to create account. I'll share the document also. The document I have already created. This one. Okay, so I'll share all the details after like a couple of days. Okay, friends. So any other questions, any other thing from today's session? And for people who join only today, who were not present yesterday, I already shared the link with you. You can just go on that link and you can see that particular class, whatever we have done yesterday. It was again the basic class. Most of the things I have revised again today. See, learning wise, things will be very interesting for sure. It will be like, concept is very, very interesting. Practical, it is very easy. All these things are there. So as of now, my personal suggestion will be no need to worry about the examination. Examination is a very easy process. You just need to take the dumps, prepare the dumps, then go for the examination. No need to worry about the examination. One thing is for sure, if you are a certified person, you're not getting the job. There are many certified people who are not getting job because, they have zero knowledge or maybe they don't have proper knowledge. They don't have the proper concept. Learning should be the first priority. You should learn everything perfectly, then go for the certification. As of now, no need to think anything about certification. This is also regular class, Alkesh, but yeah, from tomorrow, we will go a bit deep into cloud and we will see many more things from tomorrow. But whatever we have done yesterday and today, this is like, our preparation for cloud computing. On day one, if I take you into the cloud and if I take you into this account, actually, it will not be good for you. It will not be good for me, actually. So hopefully in coming 2-3 days, I'll take you through all these things and you'll feel much better. This is your console. What you see on your screen, this is a console. This is the way we will work in cloud. Okay, there is something called security group here. So once I click on security group, you can see here, I can say create security group. So it is showing you all the options here, right? So we just need to know what to do in this particular option. Okay, so use all these options and just say create security group. So first we should know what is security group and what options to use here, and then how to use and way to use this security group. So practical wise, it will be very easy. Theoretical wise, it will be very easy. Cloud computing is not a difficult course actually. But again, if you know this particular three concepts, then only it will look easy. So that is the reason I'm saying repeatedly, I have specially added this. Actually, the cloud computing course is for like 30, 32 days. That's it, or maximum 35 days. Why we are going with 45 days? Because of these extra concepts. If I just say IP address, many of you have no knowledge about IP address. If I just say like a protocol or a port number, 90% people have no knowledge of protocols and port numbers. So all these things we need to see, then we have to go with the main concepts of cloud. Okay, if you're a Java developer, see, cloud computing is majorly, you know why cloud computing becomes so famous? It becomes famous because of developers only actually. That is one of the reason actually why cloud computing is very famous, because you know, when you run your applications, you need some base, you need a server there, right? So from where you can get a server, you can easily get a server from cloud. So you're from Java background, or if you're from any other XYZ background, this particular course, that is AWS course, is designed for everyone. So if you're not interested in writing examination or certification, that is well and good, but you should have the knowledge, you should have the concept of cloud computing for sure. And people who are planning to go with DevOps and all those things, they should have the concept of cloud computing. People who already working as a server administrator or network administrator, the next step for them is the cloud computing. That is this course. So this course is not designed only for specific people. This course is designed for each and every person who is interested in entering into this particular cloud and all these things. So there are no pre-requirements, like I said to you, but still there are certain things you should know, and those things you will cover. Okay, friends. So any other questions, any other doubts? This was the session for today, and hopefully tomorrow, same time, the link will be same tomorrow also. We will see this. We will see some advantages in more details. Okay, advantages, and if there are some disadvantages, all these things we'll try to cover tomorrow. Maybe one day is not enough, but still we'll go slowly. Starting 2-3 days we'll go slowly, because you know, once we know the complete concept, once we know where we are moving, then we can, you know, pick up the speed. One more question. By learning AWS, it will help for networking people also. Networking concept is there. Can you see here? I have just added networking concepts here. This course is designed for everyone. For network, people who are coming from networking background, or from server background, or from developing background, coding, programming, any, from wherever you are coming, this course is designed for each and every person. Okay, friends, so that's it for today. And if you have any other doubts, any other queries, you know, the number I have already shared with you yesterday. You can just call on that number and you can get all the other details. Let me just share the number again. And people who join only today, like I said, you can just go to the YouTube channel of DURGASOFT and you can see yesterday's class. So this is a number. This is the admin number. So you can just call on this number and you can get all the details. Okay, fine. That's it, friends. That's it for today. Thanks again for joining. See you tomorrow at same time at 9. p.m. Bye.